What is going on, everybody? Lou from Life Beyond the Panels, and today is what is today? It's August 5th, August 5th, 2026, and oh boy, we have got a stack today. This is a great day. After a super light week last week, we got ourselves a little bit of a stack here. So I'm going to show you guys what we got. Also, what I plan on reading digitally as well through Infinite and Unlimited. But I don't know, we got so much here. I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough time to read all that. So I might have to push the digital stuff off a week, which is fine. But first, before I show you what I have here, I just want to show you the collected editions I got as well. So first, I'll show you here. I got Dork Volume 1. You know, I ended up not buying this when it came out. I don't remember why. Maybe it just didn't connect with me for some reason. And then issue number 1 ended up being a huge spec issue. So I didn't even bother then getting the reprints. I was like, you know, screw it. I'll just get this in trade, and it was only $10 for the trade. So I got volume 1 of Dork. It's going to get thrown up on the shelf, and at some point I'll have a chance to read this, and then we'll figure it out from there. Also, this past week, thanks to Crooks and Bandits, I got the Messiah Trilogy Omnibus, which I'm really excited about. So again, I'm not going to be reading this for quite a while. Right now, I'm reading the Krakoa era in Omnibus, but it's going to be waiting for me on the shelf when I'm ready to read it. I do have the House of M Omnibus, which I will read before I do read this, but still very excited to get the Messiah trilogy into the collection and on the shelf. So now that we've done that, let's go over the comics for this week, because there are a lot of them, and that's fine because I'm excited to read all of them. And let's see what we got. First, we have Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 17. This is always a lot of fun. You got to read a little bit slower. Al Ewing. But it's always such a good book. Looks like we have some Sinestro in here finally. We've been kind of teased with Sinestro, but it seems like right now we're going to finally actually see him do something. So that's going to be interesting. And yeah, it's been very different from regular Green Lantern, which is what I've actually really appreciated about this book. So Green Lantern, Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 17. Then we have, I'm looking forward to this one, Absolute Superman, issue number 22. We have Brainiac in this one. Brainiac has been kind of like a side character during the whole Ra's al Ghul storyline, but we saw what he did to Lex Luthor's family. So I'm curious to see if we're going to get any more of that in this, and see what the battle seems like between Superman and Absolute Brainiac. And before I go on, I want you guys' opinion. I was having a conversation with my comic shop, and I kind of agree. If right now I feel like the perception is DC, and it's not even perception. It's the truth that DC is really crushing Marvel right now. But what would happen if they didn't have any of these Absolute books? I think if the Absolute books weren't around, Marvel would probably still be on top. So what do you guys think? What's going to happen eventually? Comment below when all of a sudden the Absolute line is done. DC can't keep the Absolute line going on forever, can they? What do you think they'll do? So comment below. I'm definitely curious in your thoughts about basically the Absolute line pretty much making DC right now, because it's basically, when you look at the pull list for the pull numbers for every single week, it's the Absolute titles, and then it's Batman, it's Detective Comics, and it's also Nightwing. So curious to know what you guys think about that. And with that being said, let's go on to the next book. Speaking of Marvel, we have Spider-Man. This is issue number 34, legacy number 998. Excited to read. I always look forward to reading Spider-Man. Sometimes it's a miss, sometimes it's a hit, but I've been enjoying this ever since Death Spiral. By the way, guys, let me know if you guys saw Spider-Man Brand New Day in movie theaters. I thought it was freaking amazing. I want to see it again this week. I loved it so much. I mean, it's getting a lot of praise. I don't think I've run into anybody yet who doesn't like the movie. Comment below maybe if you didn't like the movie. Comment below if you did like the movie. I thought it was freaking fantastic. And it makes me even more excited to read Spider-Man right now. Next up, we have issue number 22 of Batgirl. This probably concludes this particular storyline, which has been a really nice mystery where Batgirl has had to solve this murder within her memories. So I think this has been a very cool arc. I've enjoyed this one a lot. This cover is really awesome too. Batgirl just does some great covers. Love Cassandra Cain. Next up, speaking of Bat, we have Batman issue number 12. And it looks like we have here, what's her name? Verity Pennyworth. This is Alfred's niece, I think it was, or something. I forget exactly, but she is the new butler of, not Wayne Manor, whatever it is that they're called where they live nowadays. So looking forward to this. I am hoping that this issue has a little more focus. I've complained recently that this particular run has had way too many things going on. I'm hoping that this issue at least narrows down the focus a little bit. Even if we have a lot of things going on from issue to issue, I'm okay with that. But within the issue, I'd like to have at least like one focus, maybe two. But we'll see what happens. Next up here we have issue number 14 of Captain America. He's still in hell, battling Mephisto, teaming up with Doctor Doom, and basically trying to redeem some of the people who are in hell maybe shouldn't be in hell. So I think it's been a pretty fun arc. I've enjoyed it so far. We got this is a pretty interesting cover here too, pretty cool one. So yeah, let me know what you guys think if you've been reading Captain America. What do you think of this arc while Armageddon is going on, giving him something to do while he's in a coma? Comment below. Next up, we have Fantastic Four issue number 15. This is the 65th anniversary special, which of course means it's a $6 comic. That's kind of annoying, but all right, it is what it is. I think it's like 40 something pages, so 40 something pages deserves an extra dollar, I guess. Fantastic Four, like I was really enjoying it to start. The last few issues have been kind of like okay, enjoyable, fun, good read, but not very what's the word I'm thinking about? Not very high stakes. Fun stories, heartwarming stories, good stories, not great stories. So I'm hoping that that turns around here. I have committed myself to Fantastic Four. Maybe I'll explain that a little bit at the end of this video on kind of my thought process with singles right now, because I love singles. I love collected editions. I love them both, and one is not going to win over the other, but I do have an idea about what to do with my singles. End of the video. Stick around. I'll tell you guys that. Next up, we have Iron Man issue number 8. So this is Enter Whiplash. So looking forward to seeing what happens here in Iron Man issue number 8. I think Joshua Williamson's doing a very good job with this. I've been enjoying it. So yeah, comment below what do you guys think of Iron Man. Next up, we have M.A.S.K issue number 3. This is from the Energon universe, and yeah, I really enjoyed issue number 2. It was a nice hook for me, so I'm looking forward to see what continues to happen in this and how it links up with everything else going on in the Energon universe, besides Energon, of course. Next up, we have issue number 7 of Moon Knight. We got introduced last week, or 2 weeks, really 2 weeks ago. The last one came out 2 weeks ago. To the Midnight Sun. That's really exciting. I love the group. You got Blade, you have Clea and Ghost Rider and Daredevil. So I'm really excited to see what continues to happen in Moon Knight. This has been a great series. Can't recommend it enough. Moon Knight, issue number 7. Next up, we have issue number 4 of Neighborhood Watch. This is the murder mystery going on in the HOAs. You have 2 different HOAs. You have one person that was murdered, and they have split, basically split identities, essentially, the person who was murdered, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why did she have split identities where she lives in both HOHs? HOAs, not HOHs. That's Big Brother. Oh, you watch Big Brother? Anyway, yeah, so this has been a very good book, really good artwork as well, a lot of fun, Neighborhood Watch. Next up, we have here Queen in Black. I ended up getting the variant cover on this because I thought the cover was really cool. All the covers were really cool, but I like this one the best because it does have Hela on the cover. Really enjoyed issue number 1 last week. Let's see where issue number 2 goes. And with that being said, then we also have Queen in Black, Venom Unchained. So very curious to see. I mean, it's going to be about Venom, obviously, but let's see what's happening here with Venom Unchained. Oh, interesting too. This is actually written by, I guess his name is Charles Soule. So this is the only Queen in Black issue that's not written by Al Ewing, which is interesting. And I know like there's like Venom and Eddie Brock might be coming back as Venom. I'm trying to avoid reading all that stuff because I try to avoid solicitations as much as possible since they spoil everything. But I guess that might be who ends up writing the new Venom series. And I don't really want to ruin it because I'm enjoying the current Venom run with Mary Jane as Venom. But I know things can be happening. I just don't want to know what's going to happen. Next up, we have Ripcord, issue number 5 from Ignition Press. This is the final issue of this miniseries. This has been a pretty wild book regarding this drug Ripcord that basically turns people into like zombies, essentially. She's been looking for her sister. And yeah, it's been a great book. Next up, we have issue number 5 of Royals, another amazing book. Every month this comes out, it ends up being really close to the top 3, if not the best book I read each week. This has been just so well written, very fun, crime, heist, comedy, lots of different stuff. So I definitely recommend Royals. And finally, we have Wade Wilson Deadpool, which, again, for some reason, this one was not on my pull list, and it should have been because I am subscribed to it on League of Comic Geeks. But here it is. This is a fun little arc right now having to do with Deadpool and his little Deadpools, apparently. That when he loses the body part, it becomes now a little mini Deadpool, and now he has to fight all these Deadpools. So it's fun. Benjamin Percy, he's great. So those are all my physical comics. Now, for the comics that I have on the apps, which again, I don't know. I'm gonna check out my schedule because I like to get all my comics done by Sunday night. So if I need to push any of these off, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But the books I have right now for digital on Infinite, I have Fury of Firestorm number 4, Green Lantern Corps number 18, Supergirl number 15, Emperor Aquaman number 19, and then on Marvel Unlimited, I have the Generation X 23 issue number 3. So we'll see. I'll probably make the DC Infinite books a higher priority, but it's really going to all depend if I get to read all the digital books I can. If not, it's not a big deal because I'm already on a delay with them anyway. To me, the more important thing is getting rid of not just getting rid of, but reading the physical books that I'm purchasing first. So, but I'm excited to read all of these. What else? Oh, before I go, it's one I was telling you about my plan going forward with single issues. So I'll put up a picture here. They sell these, I think it's BDW. They sell these portfolio boxes. So my idea is, and comment below, let me know what you think, that these whole 15 bagged and boarded comic books. So when a series is complete, when a run is over, instead of me eventually buying the omnibus for it, of something already owned in singles, I am going to put 15 issues each in each of these portfolio boxes, and I'll make a nice little binder for it, to go up on the shelf, like a cover for it as well, to be able to basically display these on the shelf and then read them as if they were collected editions later on. I'll even order them, especially if an omnibus comes out. I'll order the issues the way that it's mapped out in the omnibus that comes out for it. So I think it's a pretty good idea. It's a good way for me to not just be buying comic books and throwing them into boxes, never to be seen again. Because I do want to I enjoy this stuff. I do want to reread this stuff eventually. And instead of then spending all this money on these comic books, and spending money on these comic books and then eventually buying a collected edition as well, let's use these comic books as a collected edition and have a nice way to display them in these portfolios. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm excited about that in the future. That's not something we have to worry about now, but eventually it's going to be a thing. I got to think about this long term going forward. I don't want to have a billion long boxes when I can display my stuff a little bit nicer. So comment below, like button, subscribe, the bell, all the good stuff. And until next time, see ya.